So let's wait for 5 minutes to join the other peoples. Yeah. So welcome to the demo session on SQL. So my name is Bhargavi. So I am the Microsoft Certified Trainer. So yeah, I currently teach SQL for today's session. Okay. So let's see. Let's open the PPT, right? So the first slide. So SQL. So what is mean by SQL? Suppose if you want to work with databases, okay, like table structures. Table means it is the combination of the rows and columns. So in that purpose, like databases like bank data or e-commerce data, finance data, sales data, okay. So if you want to work with that different types of data, then you need some database. First of all, you have to collect the data from stakeholders, right? Then you have to save it some like folder. So in previously we are using it in Excel. Okay, in the Excel sheet we are load the data, we are copy the data and paste it into that Excel file and save the file. And if suppose if the data is in large, okay, then we need this SQL. Okay, so SQL basically helps us to store the data, manage the data, and analyze the data. Okay, so we are using the SQL for storing the data, managing the data, and analyzing the data. Actually, so first of all, today we'll be learning of just the basics of SQLs. Okay. So SQL, like it is standard by uh, ANSI. Okay. ANSI means it was started in the year of 1986 and it is like certified by. That means it is like announced in the world in the year of 1986. Okay. And many database systems support this SQLs. So basically, it is comes with the RDBM system, RDBMS. So RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. Okay. So we'll open the notepad and yeah, I'll type it. So all these databases, okay, comes with this Relational Database Management System. Okay. R means Relational Database Management System. Okay. So relational database systems. That means it supports different types of databases. Okay. RDBMS means it supports the multiple databases. Next. So what is SQL? So basically SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It's a language. Okay. Not a programming language, but it is one of the language. Okay. SQL, structured query language. Okay. SQL stands for. చేశాను మేడం. Share is already screen. Screen is already sharing, ma'am. Abhishek already joined.
Hello, Andy. I can't see the screen being shared. Like I can't see. I can only see the profiles, but nothing that I can see on the screen.
You can't see the screen.
No, Andy.
Oh, is it visible?
Visible now.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, okay. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Okay. So basically, why we are using this SQL means in the relational database system, we are using this SQL database. Okay. And it became ANSI standards in 1986 and it is a standard by that means certified in the year of 1987. Okay. And so SQL is like one of the, that means why we are using this SQL database
Uh,
means, so it
Excuse
is
me,
the
Andy. I'm
most
so sorry to
important.
interrupt. Uh,
Sorry.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm still the screen again disappeared. I'm not able to see the screen again.
1 minute, please.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So please tell me.
Yeah. I'm not able to see the screen currently.
Mm.
It's visible now.
Yeah. So many of the companies like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn uses this SQL. Okay. And this SQL platform this SQL is used in the different platforms like MSQL, MS Access. So these are different databases, use different databases. Okay. And moving to the next slide. And like, so each company uses different databases. SQL is one of the
Sorry to
common
interrupt, Andy,
language.
but still unable to see the screen again. It's gone again.
I'm sharing the screen, but
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, I don't know if I am not looking at it correctly or what it is, but uh, yeah, now it's visible again. But then after a while, it gets disappeared.
you can see the PPT, right?
Yeah, now I can see it.
Suppose when I am moving to the slide, present the slides. Now you can confirm that you are able to see the screen or not. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Now
Yeah,
I
it's
am
now I can't
presenting the.
see it. Now I can't see it.
Now you can't see it.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. I will change the settings. Now the screen is visible.
Nope, it's not.
Is it visible now? Hello.
Yes, visible now.
Okay. So what is mean by SQL means SQL stands for structured query language. So like it is the combination of the different databases. So the language is same, but databases are different like MSQL. Okay. MS SQL, MySQL, and PostgreSQL. These are the different databases. But these databases are used same language SQL, PostgreSQL, and also SQL Server, Informatics, SQLite. So these are different types of SQL. Okay. So one of the most important languages, like for data science careers, they use this SQL as a basic. Okay. And this SQL is used in the different companies like Facebook. The Facebook, you can you know the Facebook, right? So at the backbone, it is worked by the this SQL based on this SQL. Okay. And Instagram. Instagram is also working on the this SQL. Okay. And LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also working on based on this SQL matter. Okay. Next. Next. SQL dialects. So I already said. So SQL dialects means different SQL is divided into different databases. TSQL. T stands for Transact SQL. Okay. And PLSQL means PostgreSQL. Okay. JetSQL. So basically, why we are using TSQL means like transactions. For transaction purpose, we are using TSQL. And the company Oracle is used this PLSQL. And JetSQL means like for simple SQL queries, we are using this JetSQL. Okay. And moving to the next slide, significance of SQL. So why we are using this SQL? Okay. Yeah. So SQL is used in the many programming languages. So what are the programming languages like C language, C++? Okay. In that language, we are including this. We are integrating this SQL also. Okay. So SQL is a special language. It supports some different queries with the control with the different commands. So we are using the commands and integrated in that special languages. And SQL handles complex data. A complex data means suppose the data is in large amount, the data is in bigger amount, so it supports this different complex data. Next, business criticals. That means in different business use cases, we are using this SQL. At the back end. So in the front end, they are using different programming languages like HTML, CSS for the designing of the UI. But at the back end, they are using this SQL. Back end means they are working with database, right? So if you work with database, then you need the SQL. Okay. Next. So what can SQL do? By using the SQL, we are executing the queries. That means SQL means it's a query language, right? Query means it's a command. Suppose if you want to write one command, it will give you the exact result based on that command. So why we are using the SQL means executing the queries, right? Run queries like select command, update command, delete command. By using the commands, they are executing the queries. Then we are getting the result based on that command. Next, insert records. Suppose if we have some sample data like suppose we have an employee data. So we have some 10 employee records, employee ID, employee name, and employee salaries. Okay. So how to insert records? Suppose a new employee added in the company. Today, one new employee added. The employee ID is 101, for example. So how to insert a record? So by using some SQL query, insert query, that record will be added in the database directly. In that purpose, we are using this SQL. So SQL using for inserting the record and deleting the record. In our example, there are 10 records, right? Suppose one employee is left the company. So how to remove the company? How to remove that employee? So by using the employee ID, we are performing some query in the test. Open the SQL database and like employee ID is equal to some 101 and delete the record in that particular table. So that employee will be deleted. So at the back end also the data will be deleted. Next, create table. So basically how to store the data in the form of tables, right? So how to create the tables? We'll see in the next session how to create the tables and so in that purpose also like designing the table purpose like employee table, faculty table, coach table, fees tables. By using the SQL, we are creating the different tables. Next, creating the views. Views means like we want only some temporary data. Then in that purpose, we are creating the views. Next, retrieve data. Retrieve data means we are fetching the data, right? So suppose if you want to find only 100 records, then we write a query and based on that one particular 100 records. Suppose if you want to fetch thousands of records, then we are writing the query like employee ID equal to some employee ID equal to 101 and select star from table and where the record ID is equal to thousands. So in that query, we are retrieving the data, update record. Suppose for example, in our employee table, how to update the record means, for example, one employee salary is increased in this month. So how to, that means 30,000 to 50,000. So how to update the record in the database? By using the update query. Okay, so our employee ID equal to some 101 and update salary. Update salary, how much? 50,000. 30,000 to 50,000. It's updated salary equal 50,000. So at the back end, the data will be, the record will be updated. Okay. And create databases. Create databases means in SQL, in our SQL, we don't only working with only one single database. We are using different databases. Okay. And store procedures. Suppose if you want to create some formulas, some logics, then we are using the store procedure. And set the permissions like we are controlling the access, like which people can be able to see the record or which people can be able to see the only table. Okay, so in that purposes, we are using this SQL. So why we are using this SQL means, so what can SQL do means, like it execute the queries, inserting the record, deleting the records, creating the tables, and creating the databases, update records, retrieve the data, set the permissions. So we are performing these all types of process at the back end by using the SQL. So that one common language is SQL. By using that SQL language, we are performing these multiple tasks. Okay. applications. Applications means like how this SQL how this SQL language works in real time. Okay, like access store the data means we are storing the data in the databases and different data structure. We are suppose in our suppose want to create one application. Okay, and if you want suppose if you want to create one application, right, then first of all we have to like define like first of all we have to we are drawing some rough diagram like what will be the front end, what will be the back end, how it works. So like then in that purpose we are defining them some data structures like which tables we want like suppose that like suppose the website is for educational purpose, then which tables we need, like student information is one table, student data is one table, next uh, educational purpose, right? And student marks list is one database. Okay, and student faculty is another database. Course table. Okay, we are defining these different tables. So for defining the data structures, we are using the SQL and manipulate the data. Manipulating means like insert, update, delete. Like new employee added, we are using the insert command. Suppose the already existing employee is left the company, then we are using the delete command. Suppose if you want to increase the employee salary or increase the employee like modify the employee ID to some 101 to 1010 1 at 10, then we are using the update command. So in these different modification purposes, we are using this SQL also. Okay, so these are the different lifetime applications, and it supports multiple language integrations. So we are integrating this SQL into Python also. Okay, not only Python, we are integrating like so many languages like Java, Python, PHP. Okay, so these are the real-time applications, real-time use cases. Next, we are moving to the next step. So using SQL website. So how to use the SQL in web? Suppose if you want to create any website, we need some 4 steps. The first step would be we need some database. Then we need some server language. Then we are using some SQL queries, and finally the front-end language HTML, CSS for writing the code. Okay. So RDBMS database means we are using the SQL here. So for creating any website, we are using the SQL as a backend. At the backend, we are using the SQL. Okay. Next. So how to write the SQL statements. So once you once you enroll the course, we'll see how to write the syntax, how to perform select queries, how to create the database, how to create the tables. Okay. So we'll see just like so this is one this is one of the select query. Suppose here you can see this one is the customer table, right? So customer ID, name, country. So these are the different records. Okay. So suppose if you want to retrieve the data, so what this customer table indicates. Okay. Then you need this select query. Okay. Then you can perform the select query like select star from customer table. That name of the table is customer, right? So we are providing the customers here. Suppose the name of the table is employees, then you have to rename that table name as the employee. Okay, but so the command is same. Select star. Okay, select star from is same for all the uh, retrieving command, select command. But suppose here the table name is like the course table, then you have to modify the name as a course. Okay. Next. Going to the next slide. Database tables. So by using the by using the SQL, we are creating the tables. Okay. So how will be the SQL structure looks means. So first of all, we need some database. Here you can see the cylinder icon, right? So this indicates the database. Okay. Database means like it stores the all types of data like school data or shop data, sales data uh, or finance data. Okay. So in this database, we are storing all the different types of data. Then once we created the database, then we are moving to the creating the tables. Okay. Like customer table, order table. Then we are creating the inserting the records. Okay. By using the insert command. So this will be the structure. First of all, we have to create the database. Okay. Then we are creating the tables. Okay. Then we are creating the records. Okay. Records. So this will be the sample address table. So we'll see how to create this address table in the next session. Okay. Next, what will be the most important SQL commands? Okay. So in this entire session, we will be learning these SQL commands. So these are the different SQL commands. Okay. The first one is data manipulation commands. So manipulation commands means like creating the database, adjusting the by using the alter command, we are modifying the existing data. And these are the data definition commands, how to define the data. And these are the indexing commands. Okay. So select command. Why we are using select command is, for example, suppose if you want to extract the data, okay, or if you want to see the data in the database, then we are to perform this select command. And insert command. Insert command is inserting the new record. Okay. Update command means update the already existing data. If, we are having some data, and if you want to modify the data, so by using this update command, we are modifying the records. Okay. Delete data. And if you don't want that particular ID, then by using this delete command, we are deleting the record. Okay. And definition. Definition means how to create the database by using the create database name. So this will be the command. By using that command, we are creating the database. Alter database means already existing command. If you want to modify that, then already existing database. And if you want to change the database name, then we are using this alter command. Okay. So alter table, drop table. If you don't want the table completely, then we are using the drop command. Okay, drop table, table name, then the table will be removed. And these are the index. Suppose if you want to fetch the 100th record by using the index. Okay, index means we are searching that particular record. Okay. So these are most important SQL commands. What are that commands? Select command, insert, update, delete, create, drop. Okay. Next. Careers and salary. That means, suppose if you want to learn with this SQL, your salary may be increases in the chance of like 40 to 50 percentage and growing. So now, as of now, the SQL developer is the most demanding job skills. Okay. And we are find the different job roles like SQL developer, SQL senior, SQL analyst. Okay. These are different. So you can you will have to be globalist opportunities. Okay. And it will be the strong demand on startup companies also. And you can work the different industries like finance, healthcare, e-commerce, sales. So the different domains. Okay. In these domains also, they are using the SQL. Okay. Yeah, the 40 to 50% salaries increases by using this SQL. Okay. And you can also complete the certification. There may be increases chances to 40 to 50. Okay. And overall, what we covered today. So what is meant by SQL? SQL stands for structured query language. SQL dialectors. SQL dialectors means SQL is in the form of different databases. MS SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, SQLite. Okay, these are the different dialectors. And core capabilities. Core capabilities means it's about different commands like queries, insert command, update, delete. Okay. And it is itself for very web development, every web development. Okay. And it is used by different companies like MySQL, Oracle. Okay. So the different databases, different companies. Oracle company use the Oracle database. Microsoft uses the MS SQL. Okay. Microsoft. Okay. MS stands for Microsoft. Microsoft uses the MS SQL. Next. And powers major platforms. So major platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. At the backend, they are using this SQL language and applications. So like we can integrate this SQL into different web applications. and career boosters like salary growth and job opportunities. Okay. So this is the presentation, right? Now we'll see like actual how will be the actual database looks. Okay. Suppose if you want to work this SQL, first of all you have to install the download and install this server. So this is called the uh, SSMS Studio. Okay. SSMS Studio. Suppose if you want to work with SQL Server, first of all, you need to install this Studio. Okay. SSMS stands for SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. So this is the icon. So it indicates that the SQL Server Management Studio. So in the studio, you have to perform the different SQL commands. Okay. So first of all, once you open that SQL server, it will ask you to provide the server name, authentication, username, and password. So when in the time of creating this SQL in the at the time of creating this downloading this SQL server, the SQL download this one. So at the time you have to provide some username and password. Okay, you have to be remember that SQL username and password. And once you close that, and if you want to open that server next day or next sessions, then you have to provide the username first, and then you have to provide the password. Then only it will be open. Okay, so you have to provide the password. So okay. So so by default it will be coming to the server name and authentication modes and username. Now I am typing the password, right, and click on connect. Okay. So once you click on connect, so this server will be connected. So every time it will ask you the username and password, then only it will be open the studio. Okay. So this is how the first like first screen. Okay. So once you open it, so you will be able to see the this UI. Okay. Here you can see the databases. Once you expand it, it will load. It will show you the different databases names what it contains. Okay. So I already created one database, sales database. So if suppose if you want to open the database, so database means it is the like a combination of the multiple tables. So once you expand this, you will be able to see the different different structures, database diagrams, tables, views, synonyms. And if you want to see the tables again, expand this plus icon. Expand this, and you're able to see the different tables. Okay. Now I want to see the I want to like retrieve the data. I want to be read the data. What this table contains. Okay. What the table contain all the records and all. So how to query it? By using this option new query. Okay. Here you can see new query means it will open one window. Okay. Click on that new query. What will be my task? I want to see the this orders table, right? So first of all, you have to connect that database. Okay, database means so this table is in the sales TB, right? Sales TB, sales database. So click on the drop down and you have to move to the sales TB directly. Okay. So by default, it will be if in every work in every studio, SSM studio, by default it will be one sample database. So that database is called as a master database. And if you want to create your own database, and if you want to move that database, you have to choose that drop down and click on that database. Select the database. Otherwise, another option is like you have to perform some command. So that command is the use command. Okay, type use. Okay, use. And SQL is the like a case sensitive. Okay, that means SQL is a case sensitive. That means you can ask there. You can type the syntax in the form of in the upper cases or in the form of lower cases. Okay, so use what will be the database name? Sales DB, right? So you have to provide the correct name. Okay, sales DB. Use database and go. At the end, you have to use this command. this semicolon. Okay. Now select that, select two commands, and here is the option for execute. Okay. Once you click on the execute, like play button, click on that, the query will be executed. Okay. There is a syntax error. Okay. Syntax error. No issues. We'll see what the error message contains in the next sessions. Okay. So as of now, I am uh, like remove that semicolon, and again we'll see the command will be successful. So before that, when I am using the semicolon, it will saying that there is some error in that error in that queries. Okay, and once you remove the semicolon and once you perform that exact queries, then it will be the command will be executed successfully, and you can see the message here. Okay, and if we have any errors, it will like warning you that you have some errors in that syntax. Okay, so and you can see the completion time, like in which time you have to perform that query. Okay, so now I am in the sales DB. Here you can see the DB change it to sales DB. So previously it will be in the master DB. When I performing this query, like use database name, use database go, the query will be changed to sales DB. Okay. Now I am in the, so it indicates that I am in the sales DB now. Okay. So in the sales DB, there are different tables. Order data, sales database, there are different data tables. Order data is orders. I want to write another query to retrieve the data from the orders table. For retrieving the data, or if you want to fetching the data from the orders table, what will be the query? You have to use the select command. Okay. By using the select command, uh, you have to retrieve the data. Now I want to retrieve the data from the orders table, right? So select star. Okay. This asterisk symbol indicates the star. Select star from what will be table name? This one, orders. Okay. Select, give the correct spelling. Okay, select star from orders. So star from orders means it will give you the all the records in that orders table. Okay, and select the query and execute that. Now it will give you the records in the table. Okay, so in that orders table, so in previously I have already created this table. So in the table, these are different records. In the upcoming session, I will show you how to create the database, how to create this, and so it's a demo, right? So I will show you like what it contains, what what like how we'll perform the different queries and all. Okay, so select star from orders. Now this order table is having these different types of columns. Order ID is the first column, order date, customer name, city, and these are the records first, second, third. So in the table, it has only 4 records. Okay. Now I want to see the uh, this table also. Okay, I want to see the data in the order table also. Again, write the command. So command name is select. So this is the one of the command. Okay, select command and use the command select star from table name. What will be the table name? Order details, right? So give the name order details. Select that and execute it, and it will give you the records. So this orders table is again it is having five columns. Okay, order ID, detail ID, product name, quantity, and price. Okay, and if you want to see both the tables at a time, select two. Okay, select two tables and execute. Now you will see you are able to see the order table and order details table. Okay, so suppose if you want to retrieve any data, you have to use the select command. Okay, so this is how the SQL works. Okay, so we are using not only the single command, we are using these different commands. What are the different commands? Select command, most important commands like insert, update, delete, create. Okay, so open the SSMS Studio, connect your username and password, connecting with your username and password. Then it will open the studio, and if you want to perform any query, click on that new query, and you have to first of all you have to select your database. Then you have to perform the queries by using this different commands. Okay, select command. If you want to update the record, you have to use the update command. Okay, spelling is the update. And if you want to delete the record, you have to use this delete command. Okay, and if you want to create CREATE, use the create command. So different command supports different use cases. So uh, select command, why we are using this select command means for retrieving the data. So once I am performing this query, execute query, so it will give you the only that table data. Okay. Again, add a table, execute, it will give you the only that table data. Okay. So this way you have to perform the different SQL queries by using this SSMS Studio. So it's mandatory. If you want to work with SQL, so first of all, you have to download and install this SMS Studio in your PC. Okay. So it's free. You don't need to provide any licensing details and all. Okay. It's a free tool. You have to use it. And this is supported by Microsoft. So that's why we are call it as a MS SQL. Okay. MS SQL means Microsoft SQL Server. Okay. So, and I will open another syllabus sheet. Okay. So at the end of this session, session, not on session. So at the end of this course, okay, this course will be like conducted during 20 days. Okay. And so this course will contain all this syllabus. Okay. Like first module. In the module, there will be 4 sessions. So in the first session, you have to learn how to like introduction of databases, how to create the database. Okay, definition of the database and types of databases, and create how to create the database. And the next session, we have to learn what is SQL and the difference between SQL and Excel, and SQL tools, and how to download and install it. Okay, and installation setup. Then SQL commands. The next module, you have to perform the, we have to learn the basic commands like tables, data types, how to create the table. Okay. Table means different tables like customer table. So this is one of the order tables, right? So this is the order table, right? So we have to define so many tables. Okay. Next, and data types. Data type means suppose name, like my name, Bhargavi. So this is the one of the data type of string. Okay. String is one of the data type. Suppose I want to type 10. 10 means it's a number, right? It's a numerical data, right? So it is the integer. Okay. So numerical data 101, 103, 100, 1000, 2500. So these are support the integers. Okay. And decimals 10.667. So these are all called decimal values. So it is also in the form of integer data, decimal data type. Okay. Next. So rows, columns, data types. So next session will be learn the how to create the table inserting records. So this is the table, right? So in the table, these are so many records. So how will I insert it? We'll discuss in the next sessions. Okay. So insert table, select commands. So next, how to filter the data. Suppose you want only, like we are applying some conditions. Okay. Here in this example, I want to see only order ID 2 record. So in that case, I have to apply some filter condition. By using the where command, I have to apply the filter. Okay. Next, aggregate functions like count. Suppose if you want to count the all records. So in this table, it has only 4 records. And suppose if I go with this order detail tables, these are 7 records. So by using the count command, I will be able to count the records. Okay. Next, sum. Suppose I want to see the total sales or total profit. By using sum command, I am able to find the total sales, average, minimum, max. So these are different aggregate functions. Grouping. Suppose I want to group the data based on the quantity or based on the product, laptop, mouse, keyboard. So we are grouping the data by using the group command. Okay. Or another purpose, like another case, like I want to, in my data set, I have some state, city, and state, city, and country. Okay. Now I want to group the data based on the state. By using the group command, I am able to group the data. Okay. So that's that purpose we are using the group command. Okay. Next, having, where and having. So I want to filter the data. Okay. Filter the data. So by using the having class, I want able to like to see only filtered conditions data. Okay. Update, delete. Next, joins. I want to like merge. I want to combine two tables or more tables. So in that purpose, we have to use the joins. Okay. So in the joins already, the joins, there are different joins, inner join, left join, right join. Okay. And next, constants like primary keys, foreign keys. So what will be the constraint means? So every employee having only unique IDs. So that is called as a primary keys. Okay. Suppose we are humans, right? Like we are having only one other ID, right? So other ID is one of the primary key. Okay. That means we are not to duplicate it. Okay. Next, foreign key. Suppose if you want to combine this order table and details table, so we definitely need the foreign key. So based on the foreign key, we are join the tables. Okay, like parent and child relation. Okay. Next, foreign key, null, unique joins, and next topic would be the subqueries. So in the SQL query, we have to write in the query. We are writing another query. So that is called as a subqueries. Okay. Later we'll see what are subqueries and all indexes, so SQL functions. And finally, we have to end the course by completing this by doing some mini project, some sample project. We are closing the course. Okay. So these are all the course contents. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's for today's session. And have any doubts?